Oh no, here we are. We have the audio on. Hey everybody, welcome to Geeksvana. It wouldn't be a Geeksvana live show without a technical problem. The simple fact is, we often can't run our live shows from our studio without having technical issues. So would it really be any different if it was in a live show environment like we are here now? We are here today live at the Drone Expo. DroneX, which is part of Helitech here in London. Here's the guys, as you know them.
Hello.
Hello.
Stephen and Andrew. They're sharing a microphone today. Are we audio okay, darling? Yeah, excellent. Sorry, guys, just checking our audio is working. Just say hi very quickly to the people in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I really appreciate it. We're going to do a couple of live shows. Today there's going to be one live show. This is really checking that everything's working, have a chat about what we found, that type of thing. Tomorrow we're also going to be bringing you some of the edits from the interviews we're going to be grabbing this afternoon after the live show, and we'll bringing you more about the awesome drones, the tech, the products, the innovation that's happening here, which is frankly absolutely fantastic, really. So how are you two?
It's not too bad.
I'm doing fine. It's nice to see you all.
Talk to the camera, not me.
Hello. Yes. Sorry, it's just, we're not used to this. It's usually over a screen. It's very disconcerting.
Yeah, it's actually nice to talk to you rather than a camera. That's why I'm talking to you, not the camera. But
I think we've got a bit of a love in here going, guys.
No, it's great to be.
I think
see people.
we Steve and I met for the first time in person last night, and we bonded over trying to find him a high chair for the bar.
Well, we do actually have a photograph of Stephen and Andrew stood next to each other, and we might be able to either debunk or prove the myth of Stephen's shortness.
Stature.
There we go. Yes, but yes, very quickly. Hi everybody too in the chat. Ben T, great to see you. Martin Whitehead, hi. Time Lord. Excuse me for leaning over, but the chat's over here. Novice Squad Lawrence, good to see you. Jim O'Connor, Legwork. Bill, good to see you. Mike Drennan, hi. Phil Koshat. Akirasho, Josh Spike, Michael Blade, JSK. Great to see all you guys from the overseas as well. The American crew coming in to see us as well. So as I said, we're here today, hanging out at DroneX. Now, it's the first time we've actually got everybody meeting up in person in the industry for quite a while. And as you can see from this general shot of the crowd, it's really busy. There's a lot going on here, actually. There's an awful lot happening. What have you found so far, Stephen?
Just really nice to see people again. We've had quite a lot of meetings so far, with Altitude Angel and many other companies, and meeting old friends as well that I've met over the years. So really good to meet everyone. Say we met Andrew last night, you guys today, and we're halfway through the day, and it should be kicking off just nicely. So.
Sorry, I'm just titivating in the corner because Lawrence from Novice Quads has just said, have fun guys and leave Stephen alone. He can't help if he's vertically challenged.
Lawrence, please, Lawrence.
That's why Stephen got into drones. He wanted to see what it was normally like.
So he can see what's on the top shelf.
Yeah.
So it's great to see Altitude Angel here. Obviously so important to the drone hobby and the commercial side of things as well. Have you seen anything that you've been surprised at so far? Is there anything sort of...
Not at the moment, because we've just been doing demos for what we've been doing here, obviously, with Anarchy Labs, who I'm actually here with. So it's been really good. Who's been... What is it now? What someone said?
No, I'm sorry.
What? Someone said something. What is it?
It's just...
Is it Lawrence?
Look at Andrew taking his job very seriously of holding the microphone.
I'm watching the mic levels in this screen, and I'm just because Stephen moves.
He's watching my screen.
I'm watching the Matrix -6.
Which you can see here. My screen is here. Screens are both here to handle the broadcast. Obviously, we've got the camera equipment, etc., and then the lighting. And yet, Andrew sat here watching the mic levels, trying to get it perfect. And it kind of reminds me a little bit almost of a Bridget Jones type setup.
I mean, it's a weird reference, but okay.
So thank you very much for joining us. Mike Drennan, you're putting the mic thing in there. Can you hear us okay? Oh, he said, oh, it's me. Okay, that's good. We do have
I am doing my
Joanne
job
off camera.
properly.
Actually, can we just say, can you just pop your head on there, Joe, and say hello, just on this one here? We have our crew member working hard. That's all you're going to see of her. To give us a lot of assistance, so thank you. I also want to give a shout out to Gerard, Lee, James Lakeman. I feel like I'm butchering people's names, and his friend. I think his friend was Andy, and all of the other viewers that have come over and said hello to us and said hi. It's been absolutely fantastic to actually meet a lot of these people face to face, which is superb. Gerard Morgan of GM Drones UK, thank you so much for popping over and seeing us. One of our viewers as well, who is making that very brave move into the commercial drone side of things, because it's always difficult to do, isn't it? To move from, because you did that, Stephen. You moved from being a hobbyist into an artist with drones, really, and then that developed into the business side of things.
It did, yeah. And I was just talking with Gerard there actually about, giving him some advice and just basically saying to him, just go for it, because...
Did you charge him?
I didn't charge him. I didn't, not yet anyway. I actually gave him a cap.
Did you?
I gave him a cap, yeah.
Excellent. I have a flyby. I was about to kick off then. I don't have one, but I do have one.
But I actually have new caps here anyway. I'm going to give you a cap.
Oh, thank you.
And I also have t-shirts.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's not a euphemism. I do have caps here. And if anyone is here and they see me and they want to have a cap, just stop me and ask for a cap. I'll give you a cap.
Okay. I would
You
now
should at
like
least
a
trade that
situation
for
to
a
occur.
drink.
Sorry.
You should, if you buy buy you a drink, give them a cap.
I could do with lunch, actually. I'm starving.
Yes, so if any viewers are listening, I'm not that fussy. Neither is he. So no cucumber for his big weird thing about cucumber. So if you want to deliver anything, would be very much appreciated. I will happily take any alcoholic beverage you bring me.
Ooh, yeah.
No, we're now getting some announcements from DroneWorks. I really want to say a big shout out to Rode microphones, who have obviously provided. I paid for them, but the microphone systems are working very well. This wireless Go 2 system and the new presenter microphone as well, working really well in conjunction with the OBS filter to remove some of the background noise, which is awesome. So we're going to be talking to a lot of people over the next couple of days. We're going to be getting some great interviews, including an interview with Richard, who is the Assistant Director of Communication with the CAA in the UK. So if you have any questions you want put forward, do email them to me at sean@geeksvana.com, so I can hear myself as I talk, which is rather off-putting. So move my headphone there. But do send me any questions that you have for the UK CAA as well. And again, if anybody's watching this and you've got a stand here at DroneX and you want a bit of publicity, you want to come along and talk about your product or innovation, then do let me know, because that is 100% what we're here for, to reach out and to say hi to everybody. We're going to be chatting with the guys from Roboto later, and also Gadfin as well, which we're really looking forward to. And we're going to be talking to Stephen a bit more as well, because you're here. You haven't just flown from Finland just to do a Geeksvana live stream, have you?
Well, yes and no. But yes and no. But I'm also here with Anarchy Labs. Shock.
Shocking.
So some of the viewers will probably, they will remember Anarchy Labs from some of the previous videos that were made, and also you've made as well. You've had an interview with Hanno. Hanno is here with us today, and
yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's standing right behind your laptop there, and and we've been having some demos. We've been doing some demos for quite a few people, Altitude Angel and whatnot, and also Andrew had a shot last night. He had a go on the system last night.
Just before you talk about that, for anybody that's wondering, you would have seen the interview and a couple of videos on this on Geeksvana, and also on Stephen's channel, Flyby Guys, actually, of the AirHUD system, as it now has a name, of course, which is from Anarchy Labs. Is that drowning us out? No. So yes, and it's basically an augmented reality system for drones. So you're able to fly your drone and actually be able to see what's going on around you from lots of different data, including actually structures. So it can show you exactly what's happening. And the idea really, I think one of the benefits of it, Stephen, is that it's going to be certainly the beyond visual line of sight, extended visual line of sight, surveying and that type of thing. Because of course you've got the full map happening in front of you. You don't have to have the drone too close.
Exactly, and that's going to be one of the huge benefits to not only the operators, but also for the regulators to know that there will be safe operations going on. you know, I mean, I've been working with it now for, you know, over a year, so maybe slightly biased from my point of view to say how good it is, but certainly, you know, Andrew was on it last night. You know, when he came in and he sat, or he actually had to stand up and actually do it. But what did you think of it?
I think so. My first thing was I've looked at glass technology and all that sort of stuff before.
Yes.
Massive trepidation, concerns, etc. Because I tried the Epson glass before. This is before I got into drones, really. Just back sort of, you know, well, I was in drones, but I wasn't really flying them as much. And we were looking at it for a different function, and it's just the glass stuff was never good enough. So I've never really paid much attention to it, but I have because of what I'd seen in terms of the glass tech, I never had perceived benefit. So I didn't really push looking for that. When I put it on last night, it was not what I expected whatsoever. And it's a 3D sort of. I don't want to do it down because I will not describe it as well as I could, you know, in that respect. But you're saying it's for BVLOS and things like that, which I completely get. It's perfect for that. It's really perfect. But actually for congested area flying, where there's lots of hazards around you, it was phenomenal. And it's something that we want to look at because you're able to, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in terms of how I'm describing this, because I don't want to do it down, because it's very hard to just describe exactly everything that's part of it, but you're able to overlay all the structures and hazards around you, the airspace, and everything's in 3D, and it's not in a sort of token video game type 3D. It's like it's laid out in front of you as real life 3D. So actually, the safety benefits of it. So I see it massively for BVLOS and EVLOS flights, but even just general, you know, say you want to fly near, let's for talks, Gatwick's main runway, okay? Just for picked out a random thin air. The key thing with it is you're able to overlay on. If you've been given a box by ATC to fly in, you will have a 3D representation of that box on your screen. And whilst, you know, because we would manually fly those flights, we don't, you can't geofence, but we prefer not to because less go wrong. But if you're able to get visually your box shown on screen, then it's so much better for safety. So and it doesn't affect your view of out. It doesn't affect your view of the drone. It's giving you everything you need and more. It's just since it's the first product I've seen that is with the heads-up display or anything like that with goggles was phenomenal.
No, that's superb, but it's an interesting type of technology because I think one thing I thought about it for your type of thing, Andrew, as well, was actually even flying at things like the festivals and that type of thing to know where structures are. The fact that it maps all of that out, and your pilots could have a three-dimensional view of the area they're flying. I think it's really clever.
I think, it's definitely, and in terms of, like, for example, major events, one of the problems you get is for masks, to put temporary ones up, so be able to put that on and go, that's where that is, that's the exact height, don't fly into it, sort of thing. And it gives you these, you could set your corridors of airspace up and everything, and even when it comes down to, you know, the FRZs for airports and things, overlaying those on in 3D, because obviously there's some airspace restrictions that you can go under. So having that, so it's not 2D in a map as it that bit. You could go under that because you know it's safe to go under it, or over it. You know, it blew my mind, genuinely.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic piece of kit. And in actual fact, I'm going to have a little bit of a go of it live, I believe, anyway. But we're actually going to have, Andrew's going to pop out for a second, and we're actually going to have Hanu from Anarchy Labs is going to come over and join us and have a bit of a chat, which I'm looking forward to. And I think we're going to see the product itself, which is awesome. And any questions? I have seen the question from Flatland's aerial photography. We will come to that. Any other questions regarding this or anything else that's going on, generally, do let us know in the chat. Anu, how are you, sir?
Fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to the UK. It's great to the fact that we can all travel again and see each other all in person and that type of thing. All of the Zoom calls and everything else like that is all great fun, but it's great to be here physically and actually, you know, be able to. I mean, for the fact that you've got the headset with you and you're actually able to say, here is the product. Because I know that must be a great frustration, having to try and describe to people how it works.
Exactly. We were like wishing to be on our first drone fairs, like, was it November 2020? But yeah, this is the first one now.
Very
First one
exciting.
where people really get to see the product. So yeah,
Yes,
finally.
indeed. So this is the. Do you mind if I pick it up very quickly?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So this is the device.
This is the HoloLens, Microsoft HoloLens. So Microsoft builds the hardware, we just do the software inside it. And the demo version of the software with the simulated drone is running there. And we could be
Shall I pop this on?
Yep, sure.
Okay, if I fall over, you
Yes.
know I don't do FPV.
There's a tightening knob there in the back.
Yep, that's fine. It's cool.
Then
just
you
flip this
drop
down.
it, flip that down. Yep.
Oh dear.
And there you go. In front of you, you see your map.
Okay, so right now, in front of me, to the left-hand side here, I have a square map, which is showing me Westminster School playing field, and obviously the area and the location that we're in. But it's actually showing me a top-down shot of the map. This is so much clearer than I'm looking to Stephen, and he's having a little smirk. Because you've tried to describe this to me before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's something which is really difficult to explain until you actually experience it. And although we've had the videos, we've had the reaction videos, we've had the video overlays, and it looks impressive, but still, it doesn't quite give you what it's like when you experience it. You actually have to experience it.
Because this is not just a heads-up display. This is actually augmented reality, because I'm fully aware of everything else. There's a gentleman walking past, and I'm fully aware of everything, but yet I'm inside it.
Yeah, and now please look to the right-hand panels here on your right, to the right, and there's the play button. There's the demo mode, and there's the play button. On your
Okay, I've got map. The reticule.
Yeah, there's the
circular map.
Circular map, and yeah, to your
message
right.
feed.
Yeah, to your right.
Oh my lord!
That's your left, and here on your right, there are panels there. And,
yes.
And in this panel, you have the play button. Did you push it?
No, because it just freaked me out, frankly. Okay, so I'm sat here, Mr. Boomer of tech. Oh yeah, I run a drone and tech channel. I got this. And I'm looking at this display in front of me, and the reticule's in front of me. It's got battery, satellites, a little picture of the drone about to take off. Well, what I'm forgetting is, of course, this is actually augmented reality. So I'm able to interact with my environment. So when I look down, there's all these awesome little menus.
Yep.
And I've got eye tracking, and I've got extra tools.
Extra tools, and please press the play button on the rightmost panel. So
Is that one? Oh yes, play.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I'm actually pressing the play button. Here we go. And what's interesting, my instinct is to go like this, but it's down here.
Yeah.
It's where it should be.
Yeah.
Let me move it back across.
Yeah, if you look up, it will recenter. So
Okay.
it's always like in your chest direction.
Ah, I see.
So
Yeah.
if you look up, then it recenters. Yep. So now press play. Then you got it. Now the drone is starting to fly.
Okay.
And now you have the video feed.
So now, what I have is the reticule with the drone lifting off. And on the right-hand side, I have the live video feed. This looks like it's a wind farm inspection
Wind
video.
turbine inspection. Yeah.
And that's obviously giving me the view from the camera. I've of course got full 360 situational awareness, so I'm able to see what's going on. I'm not closed
And
in.
your
with
hands would be
traditional
on the
goggles.
controller because you're a drone pilot. The controls are not touched
Yes,
in any
absolutely.
way. Yeah. So you are in control of that drone in the sky. And now you might start to see that hazard zone there, the red mesh. That's an actual hazardous place where you don't want to be flying into. So we show real-time distance in the air between the drone and that indicator.
And it really cannot be understated. And I've had this product on our channel before. I am a fan of Anarchy Labs. but it cannot be understated, as Andrew was trying earlier, that this really is augmented reality. This isn't 3D, this isn't a HUD, this isn't FPV goggles, this is incredible. When I look down, I've got a circular map, a little 3D guy stood there, showing me my exact situation, showing how far away the drone is. So again, I'm able to see where the drone is on a map. The reticules show me the direction of flight, and then the live video feed as well. That's just superb.
On that circular map, you could then click Show Mission.
Oh yes.
Select Show Mission.
I'm doing this wrong.
HoloLens might have difficulties between
No,
the
I was
the
using the wrong
tables.
hand.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's interesting because I'm not trusting my hands with the buttons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's so, you're waiting for a haptic feedback or something like that, or
Yeah, HoloLens likes to see your finger, so keeping it upright might help. Did you get it selected?
not yet.
Yeah, the tables here are a bit on the way. Yeah.
Yes. But it's phenomenal, and it's now showing me that the drone is returning, and indeed the cycle is starting again. Absolutely phenomenal. When I first put my hand up and it started interacting with buttons, that was a big moment for me, because it's, you know, and there is a white pressure sensor that comes up around your finger to show you exactly where you're tracking to, and it's just superb.
Now you're on the extra tools panel on your right. You could then select buildings to show actual 3D building data.
Okay, so I'll read, so it knows that I'm looking this way. That's phenomenal. that again, in a practical sense. So I would be in a field, twisting myself
Exactly.
round and round and round and round. But you just look forwards, which is where the mission stays, by the way. The mission doesn't move, and then it resets itself.
And then on the right-hand panel, select buildings.
Buildings. That
And
works.
now in the horizon, look around in the horizon. Those are the buildings actually there surrounding the park. That means we can show now real-time distance of the drone to those buildings. We have that data available.
You've built a fantastic product.
Thank you.
I'm rarely dumbstruck. I'm a gamer since the age of 6 or 7 years of age. I know you have your gaming developing background as well, etc., and it shows, because this is just so intuitive. It's blown me away. That building, again, I cannot describe to you how well this works. And you have to, if anyone's even remotely interested in this type of product, you've got to get onto Anarchy Labs and get this demoed.
Definitely.
Just phenomenal. So do I just open?
Yep.
I don't want to break anything. There you go, sir.
Yes. Thank
Just
you.
phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Akirasho saying, I hope that Sean has never seen the movie The Green Mile. Indeed. Who is the marketplace for this? Because we've had one person in the chat ask, and of course my viewers are both commercial and hobbyists. And what people are asking as well is, do you ever see this moving into the hobbyist side of things as well?
Sure. Once the consumer versions of the augmented reality glasses become available, because of course we've heard rumors of Apple glasses and Facebook building the glasses, so and certainly there will become more glasses available. So when the price point goes low, within 3 to 5 years, for example, certainly.
Although if you bear in mind they're talking about $4,500 for the new Mavic 3 Cine, which is the rumored price. I don't know how much I take that seriously, but that's almost, getting into Inspire figures for a Mavic drone. Then actually another couple of grand for an augmented reality system might not be that much to push it, actually.
Yeah, I think it's justified in such a way, especially if it's going to make operations a lot more safer. And certainly the feedback that we've been having from insurance companies here and also other large companies, they want to be part of this. They want to see their own integration into this as well.
Absolutely. If you have a commercial operation, and I hope you guys know that I don't review many products on my channel. I don't talk about many products directly in that sense, report about them. But this was genuinely my first go at this product within the HoloLens, and I'm blown away. It's the whole three-dimensional side of things. The map of the buildings came up. If I explained it to you, that there was a mesh, a white mesh showing where every building is. And of course, we're in central London. There's a lot of buildings, but the way it's been built, the fact that it's in 3D and it's interactive, it sits on the map really, really well, so that actually you feel like you're inside it, basically. So the best way I can describe it is the best visual line of sight tracking that I've seen within a computer game, and it's flying a drone. And you've got your mapping, you've got the video, everything, frankly. So it's superb. So if you are here at DroneX over the next couple of days, both Stephen from Flyby Guys, who is one of the chief test pilots of the project so far as well, of course.
Yeah, one of the test pilots and also an advisor. So but if you're here, stop us and
could they not
come.
afford a decent advisor?
No, they couldn't. No. So
Okay.
they had to have second best.
It's like the advisor if you ordered it from Wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the size is everything, So, So please just stop us if you see us. We will be
That's
walking
it, actually.
around.
Akirasha in the chat has just said Sean has given rise to Skynet. This is where it started. Okay, Sarah Connors somewhere is coming back right now to get rid of this device because it is absolutely superb. And it really, I cannot describe actually, you are genuinely in that environment. And, this is something that Stephen has been very excited about, talks to me a lot about. And I've got it because we've done a couple of videos. We've had the interview with Hanu. But unless you're actually in those goggles, you don't get the full impact.
Like we've said before, it's really hard to explain. And I think from the point of view, which I've also been discussing with Hanno as well, is that when we are trying to get the message out to the world, it's really hard because people go, yeah, it sounds interesting, but I don't get it.
You can't. That's interesting as well because you've got a product here which is highly innovative, very, very different, and it brings together a lot of things that a lot of people think they know. So they will be, okay, it's VR. It's a kind of a gaming environment for drones. It's going to help me with surveys. But you really, honestly, unless you put those goggles on, you are an Anarchy Labs virgin, frankly. Because you just do know, and I don't mean to be rude, but you know what I mean, wink, wink. Before and after, someone could describe certain things to you as magical, and you can't quite get it until you put those goggles on. So that's the hard sell over. But if you are here and you're a commercial company or anybody that's at the Helitech, because frankly the Helitech guys could probably use, there's manned aviation applications as well. Both Stephen and Hanu, I'm trying to get your pronunciation of the name correct, so I'm sorry. They're here over both the days to chat to everybody. They're also staying locally as well. So if you want to buy them a drink and have a chat, please do. I just noticed that Gerard Morgan's in the chat, who popped down to see us. And he's also saying his mind was blown when he had a go on the headset.
I think that, I was having a chat with him and I just introduced him to Hanno because of his background and all the rest of it. And I thought, I think you should have a chat with Hanno. And that was quite interesting because we were sitting here and I was watching and...
Yeah. The pilots totally understand it immediately, and that's one of the main points, of course, of the augmented reality and being in the world, because human gaze, it's developed to understand the depth of things, and that's what's in the augmented reality. That's what makes it like work so well. So So yeah, it has to be experienced on the glasses, goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us, sir. I really, really appreciate it. It was a fantastic chat. So again, anarchylabs.com. Do pop along, have a look. But again, email, reach out to Stephen as well. You know where Stephen's YouTube channel is. Everyone that watches this channel knows Stephen very well. Reach out to these guys, have a chat, and see if there's any kind of capacity there for working together. Because again, this is a new product, and we need to find some applications. Because I want to see companies using this product out there. Because we actually had Simon from Moonrock Insurance across, who also had a go. We've got some very funny photos of him, haven't we?
I think I will post those. I think I'll post those onto Twitter. Make sure that you follow Flyby Guys on Twitter, because
Yeah,
I'll
just
post.
to explain.
I'll post because
Just to explain, Simon from Moonrock was actually crawling along the floor to get some arty shots of the goggles and to try and get the shot of the goggles actually working, which did work. Which was, but yes, we wanted to get some comical photographs of him crawling across the floor. But he was talking about the safety aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, from that point of view, he just seen a completely safe environment when it comes to flying, and so I think there'll be discussions there as well, for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%, which is very, very, very cool. Okay, so I think we're going to bring Andrew back in now.
All right.
So again, thank you for joining us, Andrew. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
I hope you're all enjoying this. This is obviously something very new for us. We are broadcasting live out in the wild. And we have, for the very first time, the three amigos. I'm gonna move my little chair across and try and... Can I get in the angle? Can we... Oh. There we go. And there we go. We have the three amigos in the same shot for the first time ever. Why are you looking so uncomfortable?
Because we're not in a bar.
That can be arranged. That can be arranged.
We're still waiting for the first viewer to come down with some drinks for us, but okay.
Yeah.
So what you're basically saying is that you don't want to be this close to us unless there's alcohol involved.
Yeah, it's purely from a sterilisation point of view.
Of course, yes. Very good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, I was trying to describe the Anarchy Labs headset as well, and I had the same problem, that you are so immersed that you can't quite describe it unless it's on.
I think that's unfair in the product as well, because there's some, every so often, there's some things that are so good, but unless you see it in person, you can't describe, do you know what I mean?
Can't describe it.
You know? It'd be like, you trying to describe how awesome I am as a drone pilot. It's really hard to do, but it's exceptionally good, but, it's...
I would also need a lot of alcohol for that as well.
It's no, that product is I do not use this lightly at all, but that product is a game changer. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I was the same.
Completely underrated it whenever I sort of heard it before, because again, until you see it, it's really hard. But
Yeah.
no, it's
Do
phenomenal.
you like my description of the before and after?
What was it?
I was saying that perhaps you're an Anarchy Labs virgin.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I popped my Anarchy Labs cherry before you did.
Yes, but
At least mine involved alcohol as well. So.
Exactly, and we are going to be actually penetrating the industry.
I mean, okay, let's move on.
I think Stephen just killed the joke.
Yeah. Are we half an hour in yet, so we don't get you get demonetized for that
Yeah,
comment?
no, we're 38 minutes in.
We're
the
just
YouTube
past
algorithm,
past.
yeah, won't be banning us for that.
Does people can swear now?
Yeah, hi to Rab Catherwood. Yes, social distancing indeed. It's really good actually, because it's one of those situations where we're able to have a show like this from the point of view that everyone has had their COVID certificates checked as they come in.
I literally had as I got out of the car to come in, the guy who's the security down there going, show us that you've got a double vax.
No, it's excellent, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
it's right. I was quite surprised. I wasn't expecting that's why the security were there.
Yeah, because it's difficult to get that level correct, isn't it, from the point of view of allowing these things to happen? Because in this hall, especially when you combine Helitech with DroneX, there is a lot of money in this room. There is a lot of business to be had for the UK, the European, and the worldwide drone industry. And it's fantastic to be here. The buzz is great. I mean, there are people who are very frustrated they haven't met up a lot, etc., in the last couple of years, and it's really superb.
I think that's just the value. I mean, there's what I think there's 12 very very large drones, fixed wingspan things,
Yes.
and those alone, I would it's multi-million surely.
Absolutely. There's also a helicopter here as well.
Several helicopters.
Several helicopters. There's also a glider as well. Solar.
Is there a
solar
full-scale helicopter in the Helitech one? Is
Yeah.
there?
There's two. There's one over there. One over there. I think they're ambulance ones.
Yeah.
Yes, because just to explain to everybody, the show Helitech is happening in the same hall. So you've basically got a blue side of the hall, which is Helitech, which of course is manned aviation, looking at the helicopter, anything with rotors really. And on the green side for the drone side of things, it's quadcopters, fixed wing drones, all the way across basically. And we have everybody here, from people wandering the hallways like Stephen and Hanu with Anarchy Labs, all the way to companies like Airbus, NATS are here, the CAA are here. In fact, we're having an interview with Jonathan from the CAA tomorrow. As I said, if you've got any questions for that, Sean@geeksvana.com, and I'm sure to put those forward for you.
It's not like the stereotypes everyone talks about helicopters versus drones, because we're not all standing on the edge of our coloured carpet looking at each other scowling.
It's
Oh,
very much-
I thought,
Everyone's
I
integrated,
thought
being
we were
quite nice.
doing that.
Oh no.
I've been standing on the green side, throwing things at people on the blue side. Should I not be doing that?
I mean, you can do that. I mean, I don't want to dent a helicopter.
Yeah, that's quite a good point. I'm not sure my budget was stretched to that. But yes, but in all seriousness, this is great because literally in this same hall, we have manned and unmanned aviation coming together and working together.
Well, while you were doing that last bit there with Hanu, I took it down there to one of the. I was looking around the sort of the speaker areas to see what was on and what's coming up, and there's actually one on the boundary between us and them, and it seemed to be more. It was I think it's the emergency services one, and there was sort of. They're flipping, but that one speaker area is flipping between helicopter drone topics. So obviously there's an attempt at integration there.
Yes.
In that respect,
Good
and
idea.
for example, National Police Air Service are speaking about the police helicopters and the integration of drones, and then there's a talk now by some guy about drone stuff. I didn't pay attention that much, but you know.
So that's Andrew there doing his best presenter.
Yeah.
Some guy
Exclusive.
talking about
some
drone
guys
stuff
talking about drones at DroneX.
at a drone show. So I'm highly surprised by that. Someone talking about drones here.
Sorry, this is I'm becoming your Chris Kamara. So it's got is it Jeff?
Someone
I don't know.
scored?
Did they?
Is someone playing football? But it's been fantastic so far. And again, I want to say thank you very much to all of the viewers that have come to see us. We're here again tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming twice across the day, with some more guests coming on as well. But yeah, we wanted to take the opportunity to bring the three amigos together for the first time physically in a room, which is very, very exciting.
Before we go as well, can we call out a viewer? Because I've seen a comment.
Go on.
Simon Strickland, who I've praised massively on this show before.
Yes.
There was a comment before saying Andrew McQuillan in a suit. First of all, not a suit. Second of all, what do you mean?
Well, there's a story there actually. I'm trying to find his message. How far up was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Andrew in a suit.
Yeah.
It's a mirage.
I know. It's not that much of a mirage.
Well, one thing people won't know actually is something that myself and Andrew have in common, is that we are very much, if we could, we would live our lives in shorts and t-shirts, frankly.
I thought this was going to be we're both taller than Stephen. I thought you were going a different way with that comment.
Well, if we had the camera set up correctly, we'd have you both stand up. But I don't want Stephen falling off his high chair either.
No, I know. I mean, getting that box was so easy. I was surprised.
Yeah, health and safety won't be very happy.
Where is the alcohol again?
I know. If you're bringing your family here and in the catering area there's a high chair missing, don't blame us.
Gerard, come and say hello. This is one of our viewers, Gerard.
You have to pop that here.
Hello there.
You can see yourself. You need to go. If you go between them. So is this like an Inception thing, where the viewer is now on camera on? Not quite Inception. Okay. This is
like
Gerard
it, really.
Morgan from GM Drones.
How you doing all? Nice to meet you. Great to meet Sean, Simon, Steve, everybody in person here today. Good to see. And Andrew, of course. Never met Andrew before, but this is great. I finally get a chance to speak to him. I heard so much about him anyway. But yeah, the show has been great so far, and I was catching up just now whilst having a quick coffee break about the VR, the AR headset, the use of
superb,
it.
wasn't it?
I'm sorry if I'm going over all news again here, but it was just
No, not at all.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was incredible. The use of it as a pilot myself, using the drone with that device would be groundbreaking.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
absolutely.
It's really hard to describe.
It was the way I said about it was that I shied away from FPV just because it didn't make me feel too good, to be honest, when I'm flying it. But using that AR headset, and I used it for probably about 10-15 minutes, I think, with Hammer earlier, and it was incredible. I didn't feel nauseous, anything like that. And the controls, once you got your head around it, it was very easy to choose what you needed to do and set those waypoints if you needed to, etc. But I absolutely can't wait. And I did mention on the YouTube channel earlier in the chat, sign me up, Hamo. It's got to do it. Really looking forward to it.
Tester in Cardiff.
Absolutely, right, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the first Welsh tester, to be honest.
Excellent. Well, thanks for popping in.
Thank
It's
you
great to
again,
see you.
Sean.
We'll
Thank you,
See you
everybody.
again later.
Great seeing you all. Cheers, guys.
But yeah, GM Drones
No,
UK.
Can we just?
I'm looking for your website address.
Yeah.
gmdronesuk.co.uk. I'll stick a link in the chat afterwards as well, in the description afterwards as well. But Gerard is based in Cardiff, but he'll go anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Cheers, Gerard.
So one of the things that we need to get Stephen to agree to now is not to share the footage of me doing it last night, because the one thing I struggled with was the use of my fingers for buttons. No, you don't have that video. It's corrupted from your phone, and once you get used to it, it's great. But you need to get used to it. And I was trying to, because you're going through it, you're basically sort of falling through the buttons. And
Yes.
for some reason, it just didn't recognize my finger, which is odd. And so I eventually got it. But you had to sort of, no, not that way, no. And then if you do it that way, the problem is you don't realize the camera's where your head is. So if you do it that way, it can't see your finger. Took me a
That's
while
right.
to get that. So it's like, no.
I did the same thing. It worked for me on quite a few occasions, especially when I was around here. And I was saying that it's the lack of a haptic feedback that we're used to with phones. And
Yeah.
But you'll get used to that so quickly. I was going like this. I had my fingers right up here trying to press them, when
That's just
actually
weird.
the lens wants me to
Yeah.
have my hand at a decent, normal,
Yeah,
relaxed
sort of like,
level.
yeah.
And I think if you had the controller, if you're at the base station and you're looking around at, I think it would feel more natural because you're already pressing the buttons on the screen. And
Well, I
everything
think
else.
also, you're actually sitting down, which is kind of difficult. When you're standing up, you have the height. Obviously, I don't.
But I think I agree. But I think that's a very good point actually, because it's the movement of the head round. Like I'm limited where I can move, whereas it's a completely immersive if you're standing up looking around.
Yeah. Because I mean, you have the movement, and obviously you have the table here and whatnot. So, we'll actually have Sean try it again anyway, and you'll be.
Do you know, Stephen? I have to say this because we're in person, so I can take the Mickey more now. What was it you just said? You just said the phrase then, and you always say it. It's me with frankly. I have had 5 viewers recently email me or message me and say, love your content, stop saying frankly. And you've just said something, and it's your saying, but now I've just forgotten
I
it.
can't remember. I don't know.
Okay. The joke's gone anyway. I've actually forgot. Next time you say it, I'm going to jump on you again.
And just think, if someone with Stephen's torso proportions is able to actually use the push buttons and reach them, that's fantastic tech.
Torso proportions. No, that's too.
That's his new catchphrase.
Can I just say, I just interrupt the show. Simon Stickland seems to be on form. He's also said that it looks like a Last of the Summer Wine remake.
Is he trying to imply look like Compo?
I'm not sure who Compo. Simon, could you tell us who Compo is? Because the last reference we
Wow.
had was an internal one. Was the Three Amigos,
Yeah.
and that's why the height thing has come up. Because
Stephen's clearing Nora Batty.
there's very much a UK reference for anyone over 40 there.
You've been in Finland a while. Oh no, it's supposed to, last summer wine was very old, so you probably have seen it.
Yeah, it is actually on in Finland. You can watch it in Finland. Yeah.
Is it prime time? Is it like 8 o'clock in the evening on a
That's
Friday?
their view of the British culture still. I imagine Simon's getting drunk in hickories. That's what the issue is.
Yes. Well, Simon's also answering some questions actually, and UAV Works was asked an interesting question, which has actually come up on Facebook a few times recently. Actually, interestingly,
It seems to have come up a lot on Facebook, because that's why Simon was reacting on Facebook as well, was
Yes.
because everyone's been asking the same question. He can't use the excuse of, oh, Facebook was down, I didn't see the last question. But everyone was asking the same question weekly in terms of, if I fly inside, is CA involved? Which I thought had been answered lots of times, but luckily Simon found the new document that's answered it more.
yes. Yeah, so it's whether you need the CAA permission to fly indoors. But one of the interesting things, obviously, which Simon was pointing out and was helping other commercial flyers with in the commercial UAV UK group, which is always superb at stepping forward. For someone, so Simon's excellent, because for someone in the industry at the level he is, he's still there to help anybody out, basically. And that's what you need on Facebook, is people that don't treat small questions like stupid questions, frankly. So thank you for that, Simon.
And the best place I find with Simon to solve questions is hickories. That's where Simon and I go. It's an
This
amazing
channel is now
smokehouse.
sponsored by Hickory's Barbecue.
No, Hickory Smokehouse, get it right. It's a very important point.
Yeah, sorry, Hickory's Smokehouse.
Yeah.
But yes, you can fly indoors. It isn't the CA, but as Simon was pointing out on Facebook, which was I found quite interesting, it has to be, I suppose, like XL. It has to be a sealed building. The drone shouldn't be able to escape.
Yeah, but they also, I think I know Simon in one of his posts was using the context of a mine shaft, where basically if you're entering into the mine shaft, the first part of your flight, if it's just literally taking off outside and going in, essentially that's not covered under either, because you're going straight in. But, mine shaft flying is typically, you may not want to go down the mine shaft, but obviously you need to get in. It's the same, I think, for pipeworks and things and ELOS type flights, where it's a kid, drone going to bounce around inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So, but again, it is.
I mean, again, it comes back to viewers. So what they're saying is, in the XL here in London, there's no CA rules. So if you want to come and fly some drinks in with your drone, you can, as long as it's safe under the health and safety executive type stuff. So, yeah, we like.
I have to say,
see, on our normal streams, we don't get to do practical demonstrations as much.
No, so I mean, I do see the point in that, and I do welcome it. There's a cap here for someone who wants to bring us a drink or a burger or something.
Obviously, we'd not be the ones flying, because drinking and flying wouldn't be right. But
no, indeed. And can I just stress that we're not inviting people to come down and fly their drones at DroneX, because I think Article 241. I think we've got people that can't move out of the way.
We've just said that it doesn't count inside. CA said inside, nothing to do with us.
Well,
It's a health and safety
There's an open
executive.
door. The drone could escape. Yes.
He's not usually one to shy. Like, if it's aviation gin, he won't be shying away from it.
No,
I just want to say, Chloe, do you mind coming on camera a moment? Come behind, in between these guys. I just want to introduce everybody to somebody. This is Chloe Adzioni.
Alonzi.
How did I get that wrong? Sorry.
It's all right.
And Chloe has been absolutely fantastic, dealing with dozens of emails from Geeksvana to help make this possible, to allow us to live stream here, including this morning from nowhere, managing to get us electricity. A little man turned up with a little toolkit and a long cable, and 30 seconds later we had a power plug. He was like, it's no big deal. There you go, power.
It's got to be done.
If Chloe wants it, it happens, basically. So thank you very much for welcoming us so
Thank you so
much.
much for coming. Honestly, I'm so happy to have you here. It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I'll leave you to
Thank you. Sorry for embarrassing you. So that was Chloe from DroneX, from Prism, the company which are putting the show on, and a big shout out to Adnan as well for allowing us to come down at very short notice. We put this little booth area together, this carpet area together, with lots of wires and cables, etc. As you can see more from the wide shots.
Can we just screenshot the chat feed right now? Because Simon's made an offer. We need to guarantee that happens for the four of us.
Come on then.
He's going to buy, basically, he's going to take us out to Hickory's for drinks.
He's going to buy us all drinks at Hickory's.
I mean, I'm sure that'll come with the main course. So yeah, let's just screenshot that to guarantee it happens.
The only thing I can say there, Simon, is have you seen me? Okay, if you think it costs a lot of money to feed and drink Andrew, you haven't seen anything yet.
I did take you to Hickory's the other week, so you did enjoy it.
You did with my other half as well, actually, which is very kind of you.
Yeah, because we're sort of we've got a new office for crowded space drones. We're launching shortly, and luckily there's a Hickory's 30 minutes from it. That was possibly a factor in where we chose, but you know.
Have they got a kids menu?
No, but they definitely do have high chairs. They do have a play area. Yeah.
You know, you said that because you're just a little bit too far away from the microphone. You sounded like a child. And now I'd just like to say that Geeksvana respects all drone pilots, whatever height they are, or whatever
We're
they
not
are,
heightist.
frankly. We're not heightist at all. We're just Stevenist. Excellent. So as I say, if you're here at DroneX, you have a product, you're just wandering around having a look at things, come and say hi to us. When we're not live streaming, we're going to be wandering around with our run and guns rig setup to chat to a few more people. We're going to bring you a few of those interviews edited in the live streams tomorrow as well. So I'm really excited about showing you some of the companies that are here. And again, big shout out to DroneX for allowing us to be here. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we will see you guys again tomorrow. Well, we won't see Andrew. You're heading off.
I'm busy. Sorry.
Well, you know, at least we got the three amigos together once.
Yes. I mean, yeah. There's upcoming opportunities for. This is not a one and done. I mean, there's upcoming.
Oh, no, this is the first.
Well, actually, Stephen said he never wants to see you again. Something about the bar last night.
I bought a round.
I did too.
Yeah. So it was
Something about a video evidence that you've asked him to delete.
Oh,
he still has it.
Oh no. No, it'd be me not wanting to see him again would be the issue. Yeah, that video evidence. Yeah, I mean, I suspect that he has photoshopped it all, and it never happened.
Oh, Stephen's gone completely blank there.
See, once we take him to Hickory's, he'll be fine. He'll be deleting everything.
Who are you waving at?
Oh, sorry, what?
You feel like you need to leave the camera very quickly. Exit stage right.
But yeah, no, but it's fair to say this is the first of many three amigos together stuff in the coming
Yes.
months.
Absolutely. Well, I know
We will be having some live streams at the Silverstone office.
Yeah, the offside just didn't say the name of, but yeah.
Oh,
The new we're going to announce shortly is all right.
all I'd like to say is
yeah.
whoops.
And we have promised a drunk stream.
We have. Now, we're not sure whether or not that particular stream is going to be members only, because I'm not sure the language, I'm not sure some of the actions, the clothing will be particularly...
Sorry, this is new. The clothing? What?
Are we having a sauna?
Are you aware of anything in relation to this?
Certainly not.
Can you stop calling it a sauna?
What?
A sauna?
We've been in Finland too long. It's a sauna.
It's been in the sauna too long.
What would they say in Glasgow?
Put your clothes back on.
Okay, on that bombshell, I'm going to leave you guys today. Thank you very much for joining us. We're just about to hit the hour mark. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased that the tech has held up so far, although of course it will now crash in the last few seconds. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you, Love My Drones, Gary Brantera, Simon, thank you for being here. Recovery One Drone, thank you. Airless Mean, you all mean an awful lot to me. Mike Renack, good to see you as well. Air2S Army out. Stephen's pointing at some. Andrew's pointing at something. We won't bring that up in the chat right now. Off-camera joke. But thank you very, very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow live. But there'll be some more content coming up from DroneX as well. But yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Goodbye.
Fly safe.